Hey guys, today I want to give an update on what's in my tech bag for 2021 this year. This is part of my YouTube series that I started last year. The reason why I did that is because a lot of tech reviewers and tech YouTubers, they have a video on what's in their tech bag. And this is basically showing what they personally use, right? Because a lot of YouTube reviewers and tech reviewers, obviously, they review different products all the time. But they have a video where they show viewers what they personally use day to day. Okay, so I want to do the same thing because I consider myself a tech reviewer, tech YouTuber, although I don't do it in as much volume as some of the other guys do. And the reason is because I'm not sponsored by any company. I don't review products because those companies don't send those products to me. So when I get products, it's always with my own money, right? So all the reviews you see on my channel, those are all products that I bought and paid for out of my own pocket. So that's why I don't review every new laptop or every new phone or all, like I don't review every new thing that comes out, right? Because I just don't have the money for it. I'm, obviously not a rich person, and I can only review what I can afford. Whereas those other tech reviewers, they get those devices sent into them for free from the company. So that's why they can do those reviews. I'm not big enough for the tech companies to do that yet. So yeah, that's why I don't do it in as much volume, but I do try to do tech reviews whenever I can. Whenever I buy new things, then I try to review it. So I just consider myself like a casual YouTuber, not like a professional YouTuber. Obviously, I don't make enough money to support my everyday life. I don't have enough subscribers for that. I don't have enough views for that. But anyways, I still consider myself like a casual YouTuber, and this is kind of my hobby. So yeah, I want to give an update on my own personal tech bag for those who are interested. Because I do love technology. That's why I do these tech reviews, out of my own money, because I love technology so much. Okay, so I have 6 different categories. I go with what primary phone am I using, and what secondary phone am I using, and what is my main portable laptop. And now I'm going to change this category to what's my main portable PC, not just laptop. It could be a laptop, but it could also be something else because now there's a lot of like UMPCs and tablets and stuff like that going on. That could be using as my main portable device. So I consider that, main portable PC, and then main gaming PC. This used to be main gaming laptop, but it could be something else. It could be a desktop. So I'm going to change this category to main gaming PC. And then main headphones. That's another category I put in, and main earphones as well, since I like audio as well, not just electronic devices related to laptops and computers and stuff. I'm also interested in audio products as well, so that's why I put those 2 categories in there. I could also put a category like main speakers because I love speaker systems too, not just headphones and earphones. Especially since I'm staying indoors for the last basically year and a half. I've been staying mostly indoors, so I think speakers are the ones I mostly upgraded, not headphones and earphones. But anyways, I guess to keep it consistent, we'll keep it to headphones and earphones. Yeah, I didn't really do much on there. I just changed out some. I changed out some of my speakers, but I didn't change out any headphones or earphones because I mostly stayed at home. All right, so start off with the primary phone. My main primary phone for the past year has been the iPhone 12 mini. So I used the iPhone 11 Pro for most of last year until the iPhone 12 mini came out, and I decided to get the iPhone 12 mini because I like small form factor phones, and honestly I really love the iPhone SE. So I used the iPhone SE actually for a while too, but of course the iPhone SE got outdated, and then the new iPhone SE came out, which I didn't like too much because it actually increased the size a lot. So I was still waiting for another phone that came out that was around the same size as the original iPhone SE, and then Apple came out with the iPhone 12 mini and announced that. And as soon as I saw that announcement, I was like, yeah, I got to get that one. That's going to replace my iPhone SE as kind of my main primary phone because it's got the perfect form factor for me. It's just small enough to fit in my hands all the time, very pocketable. I know the main trend these days is people love big phones, and the iPhone 12 mini actually didn't sell that well because I guess people are trending towards big phones. They don't like small phones anymore. But for me, I still like small phones. I just love the portability of it, the form factor. I don't like to, I like to do everything with one hand. I don't like to use both hands to do stuff. I don't want to stretch my thumb across the screen. I think, yeah, I just like small phones. So I got the iPhone 12 mini, and of course it has the latest camera and everything. I also thought it's a really good deal because it's the cheapest out of Apple's iPhone 12 lineup, right? Going all the way up to the iPhone 12 Pro. The iPhone 12 mini was the cheapest and therefore the best value out of all the iPhone 12 models, and has pretty much almost the same camera system as the top models. And yeah, it's two cameras. It has doesn't have a telephoto, but it does have, the standard wide angle, and it also has the ultra wide angle, which I find really useful and more useful than a telephoto, honestly. And I use that one a lot when I got the iPhone 11 Pro. I use the ultra wide angle a lot. So yeah, that's all I cared about. It's getting the normal wide angle, the ultra wide angle. Camera's really, really good. The battery life is the only problem with the iPhone 12 mini. The battery life's not that great. Maybe, yeah, because of size, I guess. It doesn't have enough room to fit a lot of battery in there. But that's a trade-off for having a small phone. So yeah. Besides the battery, I love it. It's a great phone. I love the size. I love the camera. Displays OLED, right? Edge-to-edge display. I love it. So yeah, everything else about the iPhone 12 mini is great. So I've been using it as my primary phone. Alright, so my secondary phone is the Google Pixel 4. So now I used, for a little bit last year, I used the Google Pixel 4a until I switched to the Pixel 4. And I did a review video on the Google Pixel 4 and I compared it to the 4a. There's actually pros and cons of each. The Pixel 4 does not have a fingerprint sensor, which is really kind of annoying. Actually, neither does the iPhone 12 mini. Both of them don't have a fingerprint sensor. They use facial recognition to unlock, and that's really annoying because these days we have to wear a mask when we go outside, and face unlock doesn't work with a mask. So it's like basically every time I go outside, which is not really much these days. For the past year, I don't really go outside that much. But when I do go outside, the 12 mini and the Google Pixel 4, both of them, since they rely on the face unlock, they don't have a fingerprint sensor. You have to type in your PIN every time, your password, your PIN. So that's annoying. I wish that it came with a fingerprint sensor. That's the one thing that the 4a had. And the other thing the 4a had was a headphone jack, which I don't care too much about because I have a separate device for playing music. I don't use my phones for playing music. I use my Motorola Razr Fold, and I have a separate DAP as well for playing music. So that's fine to me. The loss of a headphone jack is okay because I don't use it for playing music, but it's the facial recognition stuff. Like, I really wish it came with a fingerprint sensor. Otherwise, the Google Pixel 4, obviously it's a bigger phone than the 12 mini. It's like more of a standard size phone. It's not oversized or anything. So it's fine. I mean, the size is basically what most people would consider adequate. Like not big actually, just maybe even a little bit undersized. So I think the Pixel 4 size is fine for me. It's not as small as the mini is, but it's also not large either, right? Pretty good size for me still. And OLED display, of course. That's been on Android phones for a very long time now. The camera quality is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's as good as the 12 mini. I still prefer using my 12 mini as my primary camera phone. But the Pixel 4 as a secondary camera phone is fine. I mean, I think for Android phones, I think pretty much Google and Samsung and Huawei, these guys make the best cameras, and Pixel 4 is perfectly fine. Just I prefer to have the iPhone 12 camera whenever possible, but the Google Pixel 4 does have the telephoto. So if I do need a telephoto, then I'll use the Pixel 4. Pixel 4 does not have the ultra wide though, so that's where the 12 mini comes in. And plus, I would rather just use 12 mini most of the time anyways. So it's pretty much only for telephoto. That's why I use the Google Pixel 4 for. I also like the materials and the build quality better than the Google Pixel 4a, and I also like that it has IP60, is it 67 or 68? Anyways, it has water resistance. And the Google Pixel 4a, for some reason, does not have water resistance. So that was one of my gripes about the Pixel 4a. Now, the annoying thing about both the Pixel 4 and 4a, I noticed, is there's sometimes an issue when I type using the keyboard. When I press a certain keyboard sequence, I get the alternate keypad, right, with the numbers and everything like that. And this always happens to me, like, just intermittently, right? I don't know exactly, the cause of it. Some people said it might be you can adjust your keyboard delay response time or something like that. But I tried doing that. It doesn't really work. And I keep getting this issue where sometimes I'll be texting a friend using the Pixel 4 or 4a, and I would get this alternate keypad with the numbers on top and the symbols and stuff like that instead of the regular QWERTY keyboard. So I don't know why. It's only certain sequences that trigger this. I find it's when I press like the T button. It's mostly when I press like I think when I press the letter T on the keyboard, and sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes once I press the letter T, it switches over to this other keyboard, and that's just really annoying. So I don't know if that's a bug or something, but it happened to me both on the Pixel 4 and 4a. So yeah, I guess that would be my main gripes about the Pixel 4, is it has this issue. The 4a also had it, and it doesn't have the fingerprint sensor, which is really, really important in these times when we go outside, right? We wear a mask, so it really would be convenient to have the fingerprint sensor instead of having the facial unlock, right? It just doesn't work well when you're wearing a mask. So that would be the only thing. Otherwise, Pixel 4 is fine. Build quality is good, the size is good, display is good, the camera is fine. So yeah, I think those are the only two things. Alright, so my main portable PC. My main portable PC that I used for the past year has been the HP Dragonfly Elite. So this is a convertible laptop that I got to replace the HP Spectre actually, and the Porsche Designbook 1 that I used before. And why I like it is it's extremely light. So it's like 2.4, 2.5 pounds, very, very light material. It's military standard 810G tested or certified, which means they did a lot of tests against it. Very rugged and durable. It's convertible. I wanted to have a convertible because sometimes when I watch movies and I use the stand mode to watch movies, right? I just flip it into the stand mode, and then that makes it easier for me to watch movies. And it's touch display. That's something that's actually pretty convenient for me when I'm like manipulating like photos and stuff like that. Like some people are like, why do you need a touch display on a notebook, right? Why do you need a touch screen on a laptop? Is it really that useful? Well, it depends on what you do, right? I would say most of the time, the vast majority of the time, I use the touchpad. But there are times when I'm using maps and I want to zoom in, or I'm manipulating photos, then that's where a touchscreen really comes in handy. So that's the thing. You don't have to. It's not an either or. You don't have to use the touchpad all the time or the touchscreen all the time. You can use both. It's for different things. So I do appreciate having a touchscreen. So that's why having a convertible is really useful to me, right? I get that touch display, and I get all those other use cases with it. Now, as with other convertibles on laptops, I don't really use the tablet mode, right? Because with laptops, it's just too heavy. In this case, 13-inch laptop, right? Even if it's really light, like 2.5 pounds, it's really kind of cumbersome still to hold it in that tablet mode. But just having the tent mode and the stand mode is still pretty useful. So that's why I still want to have that. Keyboard's really good on it. Again, I don't like having this HP's inverted, not inverted. I want to have the inverted T keyboard, but instead you get this the fat up and down arrow buttons on it. This is kind of like an HP thing. I don't really like that. So the arrow keys, yeah, I wish they could change that back to the inverted T. But otherwise, the keyboard's really nice. The travel on it is really good. It's a really nice typing experience on it for an Ultrabook, right? I think it's a really nice typing experience. And speakers are okay. Nothing to write home about, but it is what it is for that size. And display is fine too, right? So nothing else to really complain about. It's been pretty nice, but it's just like last year, I think what happened was it had overheating issues. So I sent it back to HP, and it was still under warranty. And that's the nice thing about business laptops is you get this 3-year warranty. So you get a long warranty with it. Normal consumer laptops, you just get 1 year. With HP and other business laptops like ThinkPad, Latitude, you get a nice long 3-year warranty with it. So I sent it back. They sent me, they fixed it up, sent it back to me, and now it's been working fine. So I haven't had any issues since. So yeah, it's been my main portable computer. Really light. The power and the speed is fine, even though it's an 8th gen processor, but that's really all I need for a portable laptop. Don't really do anything intensive on it. and love the keyboard on it. So yeah, and it's convertible, so it's cool. All right, and then my main gaming computer. Gaming computer has been a mix of my Alienware M15R2, which I used most of last year for gaming, and I recently built a custom desktop. I used some parts from my old CyberPower Cyber C computer case. I took it out of that, so I took the graphics card out of it, and I took the RAM out of it, some of the storage as well. I took it out of it and I built my own custom computer using a LAN case, an ROG Strix B550 motherboard, an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X CPU. So I upgraded to an AMD Ryzen 7. Previously it was a Core i5 9600K. So I really got that extra cores, and the reason I did that is because I really wanted to have the extra processing power for video editing, because I do a lot of video editing. So that really has been an improvement. I know I didn't do that benchmarking in the video, but just telling you from my experience using this computer, the AMD Ryzen 7 5800X, it's been a massive improvement. Like when I'm doing video editing, it's almost like it's sped up by twice, right? Because the 9600K had 6 cores, didn't have any hyperthreading, right? Whereas the Ryzen 7 5800X has 8 cores and 16 logical processors. It basically has hyperthreading. So yeah, it's just been like when I'm processing and editing videos and stuff, the rendering time is literally like sped up twice as fast. It's twice as fast as before, right? And that's a massive improvement. So I'm really glad I made that upgrade and made my own custom desktop with this new CPU, right? So it's just been a huge upgrade for me. So my video editing and stuff has been twice as fast now. It's great. And then I used the RTX 2070. I took this out of my old desktop, so I'm still using the 2070, which is still a very capable GPU. 32 gigs of RAM from my old desktop. Again, a lot of RAM. That's just that's totally fine, right? I'm totally fine with that amount. I'm using a Noctua Sepia cooler, which is a really good cooler, and Cooler Master fans as well, in addition to Noctua fans. So it's been doing a pretty good job. Pretty quiet. Not I haven't experienced any like excessive fan noise or anything. And upgraded the storage, so now I have a massive, whopping 5 terabytes of storage on this desktop. And you might be asking why I have so much storage on my desktop. Well, the reason is because I edit a lot of videos. So because I edit a lot of videos, record a lot of videos when I'm gaming and stuff, it takes up a lot of space. Also, just games. Yeah, I install a lot of games on my desktop, so I just need all that storage for a lot of games and yeah, videos basically. That's why I have 5 terabytes of storage on there. So obviously a lot. And yeah, I just been pretty satisfied with this custom desktop build. So I've been mainly using this build as my main gaming computer. All right, and then the other 2 categories pretty easy because I didn't really change much here. The main headphones are still the Sony WH-1000 XM3s, Bluetooth headphones. I didn't change this out. I just felt satisfied with it. I know there's new models, the 1000 XM4s. I don't think it's that much of an improvement. Didn't feel the need to get it. And I really only use this since I've been stuck at home for the past year. I haven't really gone outside that much, so I didn't really feel the need to upgrade my headphones or earphones. So my headphones are the same, and I use it mostly for work, for Zoom calls and meetings. That's pretty much it. I don't use it really for going outside or anything like that. I don't really go outside much anymore. So yeah, I didn't feel any need to upgrade that. Same thing for earphones, the WF-1000 XM3s. I don't really feel any need to upgrade these because I didn't really use them in the past year. I didn't really go outside. That's the thing. So yeah, this whole pandemic thing, like, it's terrible. I've been just stuck at home. I didn't really have any place to go, and can't travel. So it's awful. Like, I just been stuck inside like home, like a prison the entire time. And of course I didn't have any use case for headphones or earphones, so I didn't feel any need to upgrade these. So it's the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I really hope that I have the chance to travel again, to go outside again, hopefully, as we get vaccinated. But Canada's been really slow on vaccinations. We're quite a bit slower than the US actually. I just got vaccinated. I got my first shot yesterday actually, and been told that my second shot is in 4 months. So for for Americans, they just have to wait maybe less than a month to get their second shot. But for us, it's 4 months. And then of course, like countries like Korea and Japan still banned us. So like Americans can go to Asia already, right? They can go to Asia already without. I think before they could go to Asia, just they had to quarantine, but now they can go there without even quarantining if they're vaccinated, right? For Canadians, we're just fully banned, right? Vaccinated or not. So it's unfair, right? I just have no opportunity to travel whatsoever. So, yep, that's why I didn't upgrade anything there. Unfortunately. But yeah, that's it. That's my tech bag in 2021 for the past year. I'm probably gonna do this every year as I upgrade stuff. I'm still experimenting around, but anyways, this is my tech bag for 2021 so far. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about this stuff, and yeah, if you have any questions about the tech stuff I'm using or the tech stuff I'm reviewing, then let me know. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.